Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to this episode of G Bears Off Breezeways, a homestead in the desert. And I think it's like the 10th now. The 10th of October already. 1/3 of the way through the month. Well, the winds have been blowing all day. Right now I'm getting a little over 100, but a little while ago, watch here and you'll see WP, that's the watts, max, 36 was the amps. There it is, 548 watts peak today. So yeah, it was cranking up. The winds are like 27 miles per hour, and I got 500 watts out of that at 27 miles per hour. So that's good. That's a good thing. But yeah, these things have been jumping all over the place all day. But wind. Oh my gosh, what a lot of wind. Driving me crazy. So I had to work on my Breezeway today, and the wind was making it miserable, blowing things over. And let me take a sip of beer. Oh my gosh, that is good. First one of the night, but I think it's going to make me sneeze with all this dust blowing around. Anyway, let's head down and I'll show you the accomplishments for the day. Yay! All right. Yeah, I had to lay the ladder down because it was getting really bad. Well, look at that. We've got wire and we've got a door over here. I did decide that I was going to put a door on this side to go in and out after 6 times of having to go all the way around to do something on the inside and then come all the way around, do something on the outside, and go all the way around and do something on the inside. I'm probably not going to have to do all of that again because it's all done. But I decided, you know what? It'll be convenient to have a door here. And I have a temporary lever lock on it right now, which you just rotate and pull out. But I'll be putting a regular lock on here later so I can lock this up. And don't have to worry about people just wandering in, right? So anyway, put the ridge beam in and got that all fastened. I got my supports in there and they're all fastened. And I took out all of the inside screen and it's all on the floor now. And I threw some dirt in here because I had to dig some around the door area here. I figured why not, I'll just throw it inside. And then I cut out the sections on the top here also after I raised these 2 supports up. And that gives me a pass-through up here. So this grapevine is going to come down and it's going to want to spread out. When it does, it'll come through here too. So why not, right? Give a little shade inside of here in the hot summer days and a little extra grapes hanging. So I figure I could put some hooks in up there on the supports, and I could put some hanging plants up there, things like that. So anyway, it's all sealed in so the critters can't get in here. And got my ladders tucked away inside of here for now because I'll be using them tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully the wind won't be so bad. They say it's going to die at 6 p.m. today, but we'll see. So anyway, I got one strip up there now, and I got a whole bunch of others here. And I have to lay those along the rafters and then screw them down like I did for these strips right here. And that's what holds my wire in place. I got dirt on the lens. Hey, look at my finger. All right. Maybe that looks a little bit better. So anyway, yeah, I got to put the strips up here and on the other side also. And that'll hold that down against the rafters so it doesn't flutter around. And when I do that, I pull it tight so I get a nice tight pull on there and a nice string like that side. And just got too windy and too late here to do any more, so I'll finish that tomorrow. You see on the inside I put strips too. That's what holds the wire that used to be on that wall. That's what's holding it up against the sides. So if critters try tunneling under from the outside, they just come up the wire. They can't get up any side of here. But this floor, I'm still planning on filling this all the way up to the top of that strip right there. And this will be a desert creek floor in here also. And then I can move all of my potted plants in, because down the line, I'm also going to be adding on to my grow house in that direction. And take out this wall and that wall, so you can walk straight on through into another section. And I think I'm going to go out about 14 feet more down there, and then I'll raise this part of the garden bed and put another 2x12 on top of that 2x12 and go up the same height as the other side. And then the other one, when I come out through here, will drop down to just a single 2x12. That's for more shallow rooted plants, the ones that don't really have to have a lot of depth to their roots. Up there, tomatoes like to spread their roots out, so I put a lot of tomatoes up there, and they all did better than the tomatoes down here in this shallow stuff. So I want to bring this up too. And then hopefully I'll be able to get a 1 or 2 Concord grapevines, good ones. Anybody out over there in the East Coast want to mail me one, let me know, and I'll give you my P.O. box. So I don't know if it'll get to the P.O. box, but my neighbors up the road allow me to use their address for UPS deliveries and things like that. So if anybody wants to send me a nice couple of good, healthy Concord grapevines, rooted already, so that I can just put them in and get them growing, I'll fill up this box and that box all the way to the top. I'll amend the soil. I'll give it a good rocky, sandy, silty soil like grapes like. That's what's supposed to be in there now, but these grapevines never took off. All the others did fine, just the 2 Concord grapes didn't. And when I planted them out, the one I transplanted out there a couple of years ago, that thing just took off like crazy, and then the critters came in and ate it up. Anyway, that's where we are. So I like this. It's nice breezeway. I'm going to have some trees here in the corners, and I'm looking at taking out this center post here, and what I'll do is I'll put a header in underneath these 2 2x4s, or take those 2 2x4s out and put a 4x4 header in all the way across, and just cut this off right here at the top and set that on top of the 4x4. It's not like it's supporting a whole heck of a lot of weight, but it does hold the roof up. So, you know, it's not like I'm up there on the roof all the time. It's a wire roof, and the span between supports is 6 feet. So no, I'm not going up there. And these are 14 feet across. So yeah, that's a big span for a 2x4 laying sideways. But like I said, all it's doing is holding wire. It just keeps the wire from dropping down on my head. Down the line, when I do the add-on, I'll be taking out that beam and that beam. And what I might end up doing is just leave those 2 out completely, not move them up at all, so that I can just have full height all the way through here. And then I can extend my trellis from my grapevines going right through to the other section. Cool, huh? So this citrus tree right here, the one with the thorns on it, is doing so well that when I tried to move it today, it wouldn't move. The roots had grown out of the bottom of the pot and had started going into the ground soil already. So that one I'm going to have to transplant into a bigger pot like that one over there, and get that one moved and ready to go. Then these I'll trim these out, prune all this dead stuff off of them, and a lot of good carbon there for the compost. But yeah, I'll clean these up, prune them back, and they'll take off, and then through the winter they'll have plenty of time to grow in their new home. Does anybody know what these are? I tried my plant app and it didn't come up to us with anything. It just couldn't figure them out. So there's 2 of them growing in here, and I'd like to know what they are. So I can mark them and nurture them and let them grow. And when I did get all of these plants from Chris and Aurora, Aurora had a compost in a big plastic trash can where she threw all of the seeds and pits and the apple cores and things like that. Everything that she ate, whatever was left over, all went into that compost. And then she would use that soil to grow other things in. Well, there's a lot of other seeds mixed in with these soils that she gave me, and every now and then something new sprouts up, like that plum tree over there. And over there I got an apricot tree, and yep. But this weather, the warm weather, is confusing my plants. Look at this, they're all sprouting new sprouts on all of my trees. Tomatoes are doing great. I got some more tomatoes coming out right here, as you can see. But yeah, let me get out of the sun here. And there's all new sprouts on these trees, on these fruit trees. They don't know they're supposed to be going dormant. They think it's springtime again, and they're starting to grow. All confused. And I've seen that on every one of them, and the grapevines. See, this one's got new sprouts coming out, and look at the grapevine. It's got new sprouts coming out of it. It thinks it's springtime, and it's supposed to be going into, well, this is fall, and normally we start getting the colder temperatures here, but you know, the days have been in the 80s and 90s all day long, and only dropping down into the 60s at night. They think it's springtime. They're all sprouting. Going to be picking some jalapenos here soon. Look at that one down in there, and that's a nice one. Yeah, I'm going to have some fresh jalapenos going here. Strawberries are doing well. Everything's doing well. I had to transplant this guy because he had his roots going down through the bottom of the small pot and starting to set root in my garden. So he's transplanted now, and they're all going to move into the new greenhouse so that they'll be protected for the winter. My avocado came back, even though it took a real hit from the heat. Yeah, everything's looking good, everybody. That's all I have for today. Remember, questions and comments down low. Old Faithful up there doing a big dance in the wind. The turbine is spinning so fast where I'm standing, I can't see the blades at all. And from the camera, it looks like the 60 frames per second has got it slowed down and going back and forth. So yeah, really gusting. All right, everybody, that's it. This is G Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there, please. Don't forget to like my videos. Save them. Share them with friends and family and other people when you're standing around the water cooler. Yeah, hey, check this guy out. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. This is G Bear signing off.